After 2.5 years, the crypto community can finally breathe. Tether and Bitfinex have reached a settlement with the New York State Attorney General, and all they had to do was pay a settlement fine of $18.5 million, which is pennies. So there are clear roads ahead, but this is all based on Tether following certain rules over the next 2 years. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you the current situation, and also I'm going to share my thoughts on this whole entire Tether investigation and what would happen if this case was reopened, even if it was reopened, and why I think it would not be the end of the world. Welcome aboard the Bitcoin Express. My name is Chase. Let's get to it. First, I'm going to go over a quick summary of the Tether investigation. Tether is a stablecoin that is supposed to be backed 1-to-1. For every 1 Tether, there should be $1 in a bank account backing it. Now, the accusation is that Tether is not actually backed 1-to-1. And the reason why this is seen as a problem is because it creates what the accusation says, false markets. It inflates crypto prices, and the whole market is fake. And if we were ever to find out officially that Tether was not backed 1-to-1, maybe it was only backed by 50%, or 30%, then this would cause the whole entire crypto market to drop. And when this topic is brought up in the crypto space, we look at it and we say fake news, FUD, FUD, FUD. But the truth is, it is a valid concern. Of course, the title of this video includes the word Tether FUD because this is what this situation is often referred to as, but it is not fake news. This is something that we need to speak about in this space, because in the crypto world, we always have to be prepared. Think about the worst case scenario and how we're going to handle it. So coming back to this Tether lawsuit, this has been going on for more than 2.5 years. And the reason why it's been going on for so long is because Tether and Bitfinex have not been transparent. They have not been providing all of the necessary documentation. So now they have reached this settlement, and this is very good news for crypto, right? We can finally breathe. But some things that Tether has to give up are they are not able to serve New York residents, which is not a big deal at all. We have been looking at New York for many years as the center of the world, center of finance. But we have seen in the crypto space that the world is forgetting about New York. New York is one of the strictest states in the United States. They have the BIT license, making it impossible for crypto businesses to do business there. And it doesn't matter. Who cares about New York? Forget New York, all right? Now, the other thing, though, this is the one that I am concerned with, is that for this investigation to be dropped and completely over, there are a few things that Tether and Bitfinex have to follow. The terms of the settlement mandate Bitfinex and Tether to report their current reserve status and budget and any transactions between the two companies, as well as provide public reports for the specific composition of their cash and non-cash reserves. And they need to do this each quarter for the next 2 years. And the reason why I'm a bit concerned with this is because the reason we're in this whole entire lawsuit investigation is because they have not complied over the years. So hopefully they do comply with this, because the New York State Attorney General has claimed that the virtual currency Tether was not backed 1-to-1. And I don't think this is a surprise to anyone in crypto. I don't think there is anyone out there that actually thinks Tether is backed 1-to-1. The real question is what percentage of Tether is backed. And we already know back in 2018, really the whole entire time, that no one cared that Tether was not fully backed, especially Asia. They really do not care. And this is a very funny tweet from Anthony Pompliano, and he states, Tether was accused of creating digital dollars backed by nothing to prop up Bitcoin's price, while we watched the Federal Reserve create $4 trillion backed by nothing to prop up asset prices. The irony is unfathomable. So we can see people don't really care. If we found out that Tether was backed 80%, 70%, the truth is no one would care. Now, I do want to speak about what would happen if this case was reopened and we had some more information. And I know right now you might be upset that I'm bringing this up. What is this guy doing? This is fake news. This is FUD. No, that is not the case. Over here, we need to speak about the worst case scenarios just so we can be prepared. And it is not a crazy thought to think that Tether won't comply over the next 2 years. So we have to always be prepared mentally. This is extremely important in crypto. So let's say if this case was reopened, remember, even if this case was reopened, and we found out that Tether was backed 1-to-1, this would be extremely bullish because there is no one at this moment that thinks it's backed 1-to-1. This would be great for the crypto market. Now, if we found out in the future that Tether is only backed 70% or 60%, we continue as normal, because this is already how people are viewing it right now. Right? I want to know what you guys think, right? Put down in the comments, what percentage of Tether do you think is backed by the dollar? I would say my guess is 60 to 70%. And remember, this is only a guess because we have no official information. So I'm very curious to know what you guys think in the comments down below. Now, if we did find out that Tether was only backed by 10%, maybe 0% backed, in the short term, we likely would see a price drop. When we think about it logically, it should have no effect. But when we think about it emotionally, it probably would have a decrease on the whole entire crypto market. Now, when we go through the logical steps, what would happen? If we look at Tether, it has a market cap of $35 billion, which is a lot. They've just been printing Tether over and over. And every time Tether is printed, we see the price of Bitcoin. It actually does increase. But 35 billion, while it is a lot of money, a large market cap, it is a small percentage of the $950 billion market cap of Bitcoin. Also, think about this. If someone's holding Tether and the news comes out that it's only backed by 10% or it's not backed, what do people do? They're going to take their Tether and they're going to sell it. What are they going to sell it for? Bitcoin and Ethereum. And also, when we look at the price of Bitcoin, this nearly $1 trillion market cap, where is the money coming from? Institutions. In this current market, you cannot have a market cap in crypto of $1 trillion without institutional investment. So when we look at these companies, such as MicroStrategy, Tesla, Square, PayPal, they are not buying Tether and then buying Bitcoin. They are buying Bitcoin with cold, hard cash. So when you think about it through the logical steps, why should anything change if Tether, we found out, was only backed by 10% or 0? But when we think about it emotionally, it likely would have an effect in the short term. Because even us that went through these steps, that understand that there's no reason why the market should drop based off of Tether, we would be able to front run other people, the others that are following the news that may not understand what's going on. And because we understand, and I say we just in general, that we know that these people will get very scared and sell due to this news, we front run them and we sell before them. So in the short term, if we ever were to find out that Tether was not backed, it was not backed by even 1%, it is very likely that we will see a dip in the market. But hopefully that is never the case. Hopefully Tether and Bitfinex comply. They provide all the documents as needed over the next 2 years, and it looks like we'll have clear roads ahead. But overall, this is extremely good news. This has been a story that has been looming over the crypto market for the past 2 years. And like I said, it wasn't FUD. It was a very valid question. So hopefully this is actually it. Tether, Bitfinex comply. This case is officially closed, and we only see clear roads ahead for the crypto market. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.